This is Newcap News with Nerman Isam.
Good evening. Almost $13,000 worth of fines were handed out over the last 4 days as Biche RCMP teamed up with vehicle enforcement and peace officers for a series of check-stops over the weekend. Now, police say on the first day, about 85% of commercial vehicles checked were taken off the road for safety precautions.
For example, we had one vehicle that had a flat tire. So it's a commercial vehicle driving on the highway with a flat tire. That's a very serious issue that needs to be fixed and addressed and corrected before that vehicle can leave. Other times it's very simple as there isn't lights working or warning lights that are burnt out, signal lights that are burnt out, signal lights that aren't working, period.
Constable Clark says about 350 vehicles were checked during the enforcement blitz, and suspensions were issued for a number of drug and alcohol violations. As well, one passenger was arrested for previous warrants. Clark adds most of the fines handed out were for speeding on Highway 881.
We have vehicles where we're getting 164 kilometers an hour was our fastest one. We had 4 vehicles as well that were stopped for traveling between 140 and 150. And then a large amount that were traveling between 130 and 140 kilometers an hour.
Constable Clark says he's disappointed with the results as the number of tickets given out were much higher than the average amount this time of year. Meanwhile, Biche RCMP have laid drug charges against a 17-year-old male. Police say on Friday around 1 p.m. they received a complaint of a suspicious container that someone had placed alongside a residential street. Now, at around 2:30 p.m., RCMP got a second complaint that the person that left the container had returned. Police proceeded to arrest the 17-year-old. Now, nearly 14 grams of crack cocaine was found in the container, and the teen has been charged with possession for the purpose of trafficking. An investigation into an assault on a 12-year-old boy in Lashburn last week is still ongoing. Now, police say the youth was walking home early from school when a masked male suspect approached and attacked him, punching him several times in the stomach. Dwayne Hauk, Director of Education for the Northwest School Division, says administrators have talked to the students and parents and made sure they're walking in a buddy system.
Part of it is to make sure that that they're keeping in constant communication of where they're going. So, you know, when students are to go home after school, that they go home. And if they, for some reason, they are going to a different location, that their parents are aware of it.
A food recall has been announced across the western provinces. Federated Cooperatives Limited is recalling some bread products because of possible listeria contamination. Now, the recalled brands are Co-op and Market Town Co-op in stores across Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. Co-op California garlic bread and garlic cheese bread, as well as Market Town Co-op pizza bread, have been taken off the shelves. The recalled packages are 250 and 450 grams and should be thrown out or returned to the store where it was bought. Now, listeria bacteria is known to be fatal in severe cases, but there has been no reports of illnesses associated with the recalled breads. Well, a few big issues discussed at City Council today. Annika Notveit was there and has the details.
Today in City Council, big breakthroughs when it comes to healthcare here in Lloydminster. The Bi-Provincial Working Group shared their accomplishments over the past year, trying to standardize healthcare within the city, no matter what side of the border you are living on. As well, commercial rezoning has been approved for just west of 80th Avenue. We'll have more details on both of these stories tomorrow on Newcap News. Reporting from City Hall, Annika Notveit.
Well, it's a time of year that has many people feeling stressed out. The pressure of tax season is upon us with the deadline of April 30th fast approaching. But as Megan Willis reports, there are ways to make doing your taxes a little bit easier.
It's time to take care of your income taxes, and for most people, that means seeing an accountant to get them done.
Traditionally, we like to believe that we're going to make any fee that you pay to us back, and you might be a bit of an education for you as well. You'll see that what can be done. You know, we often find by just asking a few questions to the client that we can dig out all kind of tax benefit and credits information for them.
Little says that if you aren't familiar with the process, it's usually in your best interest to leave it to trained professionals because they know what to look for when filing the return.
We have checklists that we go through with people. We try to cover as much as we can of the circumstances that we think are relevant to people, but we do find that if you ask the right questions to the right people, that you can find things for them.
Staying organized throughout the year can be the most important thing in keeping it simple in the end.
If you think that there's something that might be a deduction or might be relevant to a benefit, put it in an envelope. Just put all those little pieces of paper in an envelope. At the end of the year, you'll have them.
And it seems in most cases that people would rather have someone trained take care of their taxes than do it themselves.
I actually have an accountant take care of it, yeah.
And why do you think that's better?
You know what? Just they're more up to date in all the new tax laws and whatnot that are going on, so it's easier to have them figured out for me, and that way it's taken care of.
I see a professional. Yeah, they know more than I do.
All the taxes go to the bookkeeper.
So you're not too stressed out then?
No, not at all. I don't do anything. I just hand my T4s over and that's about it.
Now, whether you're doing your taxes on your own or you're getting a professional to take care of them, Little says that it is better to do them sooner than later. Megan Willis, Newcap News.